Hi, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna be trying a bunch of new makeup, including this brand new Barneys and Hourglass collaboration palette. So if you're curious to see what products I used and my thoughts on these new products, keep watching. Today we're talking about more new makeup. You guys, I picked up this beautiful palette from Hourglass. This is the Barneys New York and Hourglass collaboration. This packaging is just beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. And as soon as I saw that it was available, I added it to the cart. So we're gonna open it, we're gonna play with it, and we're gonna see if it's worth it. I did not look at this palette before I ordered it. Just pushed add to cart and bought it because I thought that this collaboration was very, very beautiful. It is limited edition and I just thought it was special. So I did add it to the cart without looking through my collection to see if I had any of the shades. So when we open it, we're going to talk about it. But besides this brand new Hourglass palette, I do have some other new makeup. I did pick up a new Tom Ford eyeliner, which I cannot wait to use. So we're going to use that. I also have the new YSL liquid blushes we're going to play with. So we're going to kind of do another hodgepodge video of all new makeup and we're going to play with it. To start, I am going to prime my face with the Sisley Double Tincture. I am going to be using a newer to me foundation. I was recently sent the Laura Mercier Flawless or Weightless foundation to review. So I have reviewed it and I can now publicly talk about it on my channel. So I'm going to be using that today. So I have been using this, I would say, for a little over a month. So this is not a first impression. I have used this, but this will be the first time using it on my channel. So we are going to use that. And you guys know whenever I use a new foundation, I always use my Sisley Double Tincture underneath. So even though I've used this before, I'm still going to go ahead and use the Sisley Double Tincture. So I have shade 3C2 Toffee. Now, this is seriously the most lightweight foundation I have ever tried in my life. When they say that it is weightless, they mean that it is weightless. It feels like nothing. It honestly feels like nothing, but it does give great coverage. Like right now, I'm putting it on, but I can't feel it on my skin. So it's even hard for me to say, like, if I'm wearing it, I mean, it just feels like it truly feels like nothing. But you guys can see that it is giving me great coverage. And it's very, very beautiful on the skin. I was so impressed with this foundation. I totally get the hype and see why it went viral. Because if you are someone who doesn't like that feeling of a lot of makeup on, but you still want coverage, you still want to kind of mask those imperfections, this is the foundation. I mean, this is just perfect. I'm going to add just a little bit more, and I forgot to show you guys the consistency. So I'm going to show you the consistency right now. You can see that it's not super thin. It's not runny, but it does feel like I'm adding nothing to my skin. Very, very impressed with this foundation. Now, when they sent over the foundation, I also received the concealer. Real Flawless Weightless Perfecting Concealer, and I'm going to be using shade 3 in 1. Now, I do not think that the concealer is as lightweight as the foundation. So I can actually feel the concealer on my skin. But it does give amazing coverage. And I would say that it is lightweight. It's just not weightless like that foundation. Very, very impressed with both of those products. I really do like them. Now for cream bronzer. I'm going to go back in with this Makeup by Mario Cream Contour. I used this a few months ago and I thought that I had gotten a shade that was too light for me. It was in the middle of the summer and this shade is definitely too light for me to wear in the summer. So now that summer is over, I have lost my summer tan. So we're going to go ahead and try this contour product again. This is actually the Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum. Now, it does have a pump, so you could pump it out, but there's also a doe foot applicator that you could use. So we're going to go ahead and use that today. And I'm just going to put 2 dots on each side. This side got 3 because I didn't have as much product. So I'm going to take my Sonia G sheer buffer and we're going to blend this in and see if it works a little bit more. So I did get a light shade. I ended up getting light medium. And like I said, in the summertime when I used it, I just couldn't see it on my skin at all. So we're going to try it again. I still think it's too light. It is too light. It does kind of give a slight bronze. Definitely no sculpting though. It is way too light to be a sculptor. But I mean, it definitely added a little bit of color to my cheeks. I don't think it added enough to make it a contour or sculpting product. I will keep using it. I don't want to waste it. But I definitely got the wrong shade. I definitely got the wrong shade. Before we move on to powder, I am going to prime my eyelids, and to do that, I'm just going to use the Chantecaille Next Generation Eye Base, and this is in shade medium. I don't have a new eye primer, so we're just going to use one that I've already used before. And this one's great because I can just apply it directly from the stick. I don't even have to use my finger to blend. I am, but you definitely don't have to. All right, since we're going to be playing with some new Hourglass, I thought I would go ahead and use the Hourglass powder. And this is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Now this powder does come in a few shades now. I just have the original and the translucent. But I do know that they have come out with some more shades. So I'm just taking my Lumiere powder brush to apply this today. So now I'm going to open up this brand new Hourglass palette. Again, this is the Barneys New York. It has beautiful outer packaging. The inside packaging looks just like it. So here is that outer packaging. It is very, very beautiful. I just love it. Open it up. These are the 6 shades. You have 2 finishing powders, a bronzer, a highlighter, and 2 blushes. So I went ahead this morning prior to filming. I opened it up, I took some photos, and then I started looking at the shade names. So then I turned it over, and on the back, it has all the shade names. So I started to get out all of my other Hourglass palettes. I do have several. I mean, I do. I have a lot. So I started to get them out and go through my different palettes to see if there were any shades that were similar. The first couple that I went through, I didn't have any matches. And then I came across a palette, and this is the Elephant palette. And as I started going through the names, I was like, wow, this one has a lot of the same shades. It is exactly the same shades. Every single shade is the same. So here is my original that I purchased, I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago. And I will hold it up against the new one. And they are the exact same. The exact same. No difference whatsoever. So that's on me. I should have looked at the names prior to buying it. And I have already swatched this because, like I said, I took photos and I swatched it. I never swatch it. Never. Whenever I take photos to post on Instagram, I just take the photos of the product and then I wait to swatch it on camera. I don't know what came over me to think that I needed to swatch it so that I could post swatches. I don't know why I did that. But now I can't return it. I have swatched it. I have put my fingers into it. But I can tell you guys that I am disappointed. I am very, very disappointed that it is the exact same palette. Not even they used 1 or 2 of the same shades. The exact palette. They just put new outer packaging on it, put it online. So disappointed, you guys. That is bad. That is just bad. I haven't watched any reviews on this because I wanted to wait to see my own opinion. So I'm sure Other people have already told you that it is the exact same, but I'm just speechless. I am just speechless that it is the exact same. Now, I did pick up some of the new holiday palettes, and initially I wasn't going to get those because I know that Hourglass repeatedly uses the same shades, and it is very infuriating. But this time around, each palette had 5 new shades, and I thought that was great. I thought that was amazing. So I was like, I'm going to grab them and I'll review them. Didn't even think to look at the names of this one. I just assumed that because it was this brand new limited edition collab that these were new shades. They are not. They are not. We're going to use the palette today, but just know that I have already reviewed this elephant palette years ago, but we're going to review it again and we are going to use it. So I will start out with the bronzer, which is down here, and this is Lustrous Bronze Light. So I'm going to pick a little bit up with my Chikuhodo F01. Now, the Hourglass products are beautiful. Their powder products are just absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. There is something about the Hourglass products. There is some sort of magic in here that absolutely blurs your skin. They are beautiful. It's just disappointing that they continuously reuse the same shades. So we're going to come back to this. We're going to come back to this because I do have a new cream blush and I cannot wait to try it. So this is the YSL Make Me Blush, and this is their liquid blush, and I picked up shade Peachy Nude. So here's what it looks like. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I love a good peachy blush. So it is a twist off, and then you do have a doe foot applicator. So I'm just going to take one drop. I honestly don't know how pigmented these are. I take my BK Beauty 106 to blend. So this is the first time that I am trying this product. And like I said, I don't know how pigmented it is or how much it blends down and shears out. All right, definitely one drop, might have even been one drop too much. Those are pretty pigmented. So I'm actually going to take my foundation brush to just tone it down a little. So that's definitely peach, and I don't remember what other shades they have. The formula seems really nice, and I would be interested in picking up more of a pink shade or a rose shade. All right, that's really, really pretty. So I definitely am interested in picking up a more pink shade because that is beautiful. It's not tacky at all. It's not balmy. It's not sticky. It is perfect. I really, really like that. I'm very, very impressed. So far, I've been impressed with all of the new cream and liquid blushes that I've been trying. In my last video, I tried the new Hourglass. Love it. Love it. Still love it. I have been using the Hourglass blushes on repeat. They really, really are beautiful. So this is going to go into that rotation because it is beautiful too. So now we're going to use these blushes. I will go ahead and swatch these colors for you, even though I did swatch them over on Instagram. I'm going to go ahead and swatch everything for you here. We're going to start with this finishing powder. It is called Dim Light, and this is very much like the color of my skin. So it is a really good finishing powder for me because it is the color of my skin. It's not going to add any extra color. The one in the middle next to it is called Soft Light, and it's a little bit lighter. The highlighter is called Beaming Strobe Light, more like a bronzy highlight. And then the bronzer is down at the bottom. And like I said, that was Lustrous Bronze Light, probably what we'll use today. And then the very last one is Radiant Rose. Definitely beautiful. Definitely beautiful. Like I said, I am just extremely disappointed that this whole entire palette is a repeat. I take my Chikuhodo cheek brush and I'm going to go into that middle shade Iridescent Coral, and you guys can see that pickup is amazing. That is so much. It's beautiful. I am not saying that it is not. It is beautiful. And like I said, these Hourglass powder products just do something to your skin. They are so pretty. I'm going to take my highlighting brush. This is the Sonia G NO2 Pro, and I'm going to go into the highlighter even though it is a little bit deep. We are going to use it. I just keep getting, I keep picking up some of that blush though. And you guys can see there is definitely a glow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you do not have this elephant palette and this Barneys one is still available, I do recommend it. If you already have the elephant palette, you don't need this one. Unless you just want the collector's piece, you don't need it. Moving on, I will stop talking about Hourglass. I have a new Tom Ford eyeshadow quad, and it is not new, it is new to me. Just like the last video that I did where I used that new Chanel eyeshadow quad, this I also received in the advent calendar that I won from Marcia over on Unbox With Me 2021. So I am going to go ahead and use this Tom Ford quad. Like I said, this is one that I've never used before, and it is shade Super Nova. So it does come in the standard Tom Ford packaging with the brown bag. And then here is the quad itself. And you do have two brushes. So I will go ahead and swatch this just so we can see what the color story is. But I do think it is very beautiful. So we're going to start up here with, I thought it was kind of like a cream. It's kind of like a brown silver. These shadows are extremely creamy. I think that they are going to be beautiful on the eye. This is more of like a taupe. And then last is like a dark black. Kind of maybe more brown black. So that is what we are working with. I'm going to go ahead and start first with that lightest shade. So I'll start right there. And we'll take that in the crease. I think this eyeshadow quad looks very wearable, very everyday. But with that extra brown black shade, you could definitely smoke it up for an evening look. So I'm going to take the same brush. This is a Sonia G Classic Crease. And I'm going to go into that taupe shade. And we'll just place it in the crease. Now this formula is very nice. It is blending out beautifully. And if you guys have not already checked out Marcia's channel, I do highly encourage you to go check out her channel. She's super sweet. She does several unboxings every week, and every month she has so many giveaways. And she is giving away full-size luxury beauty products. There is always like Dior, Chanel, Tom Ford. I mean, she is so sweet and so generous. So I do highly recommend you guys checking her channel out and subscribing and then entering these giveaways. That is very pretty. I'm going to take a Sonia G blender and I'm going to go into the deepest brown and very lightly pick up some of that deeper shade and put it on the outer corner. Now, if you guys can hear dinging in the background, I apologize. My son's iPad is here, and I'm pretty sure that his friends are like on a group chat just texting away. So I don't know how to make it stop. So I do apologize for that. And my son is not here. He is, he's actually taking the ACT test right now. So all these notifications are going off. So now I'm going to take that classic crease to blend and diffuse. And I'm going to try and pull some of that darker brown into the crease. Since I am using the Tom Ford eyeliner today, I thought it was appropriate to use the Tom Ford quad. I am now going to go into this silver kind of shimmer shade, and place it in the inner corner. So definitely with this silver and that dark chocolate brown black shade, you could definitely smoke this up and make a very beautiful evening eye look. But you go in light enough and it's definitely wearable for every day. Now to give just a little bit more definition, I'm going to go back in with that blender brush and take a little bit more of the dark brown. Here is the eye look before eyeliner and mascara. I really like it. This is a palette that I, like I said, have never ever tried before, and I do think that it is beautiful. So now I'm going to go ahead and open up this brand new eyeliner from Tom Ford. Now, I cannot even tell you how excited I am to have a new eyeliner from Tom Ford. It has been years. Just like the lip liner, his eyeliners were discontinued, and I am so glad that they have finally been replaced. I picked up shade Cocoa. They do come with a sharpener, and this is what they look like. I cannot wait to try this. I will go ahead and do this on camera for you guys. I am going to put a mirror up so that I can see, so we'll see just how easy these are to apply. So there was no tugging at the skin. And that was very easy. So let's try the waterline. Very impressed. Very impressed. I am so excited to finally have new eyeliners from Tom Ford. Highly recommend these if you are in the market for a new eyeliner. The Tom Ford ones are definitely good. Here's the finished look after mascara. I did not have a new mascara. I just went in with the Chantecaille Faux Seal Longest Lash, and this is how the eye look looks. Love the eyeliner. Love this eye look. I really do. Now for lips, I do not have a new lip liner, so I'm going to go in with a new Tom Ford again. You guys, this has been the only lip liner I have used for the past week. I really like it, and this is shade Irresistible. Now for lipstick, they did have a lipstick that came out as part of this Barneys collection. If I am not mistaken, the shade that they chose was a re-promote, and it was shade Dahlia, and I actually have Dahlia, so that is what we're going to use today. It's a beautiful kind of berry, so we're going to go ahead and use that. Definitely a little bit bolder than I normally wear, but I do think that it pairs beautifully with this look. That completes today's video. Let me know what you guys think. So far, I'm absolutely loving the way that everything turned out. I think that it is beautiful. Like I said, the Hourglass palette is gorgeous. I am just disappointed that it is a re-promote of a palette that they've already released in the past. But if you don't have it, I do highly recommend it. I think it is beautiful. This Tom Ford eyeshadow is gorgeous. The Tom Ford eyeliner is perfection. Absolutely love. But let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video.